Hey guys, today I'm here to do a challenge/tag thing that I've made myself, and it is called the House of Books challenge, and the aim of this is to actually make something which you guys might recognise, but instead of making it out of cards, you make it out of books. The aim of the challenge is to build a house of books, as the title suggests, and basically what you do is you do 3 pairs of books at the bottom, then 2 pairs and then a pair at the top, and you have to lean them against each other. And then you put a layer of books on the top of those, and then you lean them again, and then you put some more on the top, and then you get the spike at the top, which is made out of 2 books. So it's quite hard because you have to be very strategic and very methodical about it, because you have to work out which books are the heaviest and put them at the bottom, and then put the lightest ones at the top. So you have to be very, very careful with how you do this. Without further ado, I'm actually going to introduce you to the sort of rules and regulations of this challenge, because there are a couple. Basically, you have to pick 1 book to meet each of 15 criteria, because you'll need 15 books to make your tower and to make it as strong as possible. And basically each of these are related to different tastes. You've got your modern books, you've got your classics, you've got your books which have been turned into films, and your recommendations, and your graphic novels and mangas and all that kind of stuff. So you pick 1 of each of these things and you make a tower out of them to show the books that you have appreciated, because this is all based on books you like. It's basically a tower of the good things in your libraries, so hopefully you people will do it too, because I'd be very lonely and sad if I was the only one to make this. The challenging part of the challenge is that you have to complete your tower in the quickest time possible, so it's pretty much a race to build it without knocking it over and to make it stable in as little time as possible. So that is what you're supposed to do, and hopefully if a few booktubers do it, you can compare how long it took you and which books you used. So before I actually introduce my books which I'm going to be using, I will tell you the different categories. So dun dun dun! You have a childhood favourite, so a book that you've liked when you were a kid, a classic that you liked, a book which you read due to a recommendation from someone else and you enjoyed it, a book which you bought just randomly and you really liked it, a book which has a really cool cover that you picked the book up because of, so if you saw a really cool cover and you bought it because of the cover, that's the book that you picked for that, a book which has been turned into a film, and you don't necessarily have to like the film as well, but if you do, that's a bonus, an animal story or a book which predominantly features an animal, a book which you would highly recommend, your favourite book of all time, or a book which you really like, and I'm guessing all of you will know which book I have for that, a graphic novel or manga, as I said before, the oldest book in terms of its publication date that you own and that you enjoyed, a book that you think is well written, a book that you don't think is well known but that you really like, so if you have a book that you don't think many people have heard of but you really, really like it, choose that book, because this is a way for you to get the word out about this book that you think everyone should like. A book that you enjoyed that you didn't really expect to when you bought it. And finally, a book which makes you sad but in a good way. So one of those books that you read and you feel unhappy about it, but you know that because the book was so good that it's okay. So, okay. That's ironic. Especially for that category that is... Okay, I'm not gonna... No. Okay, so going with my choices, I'm going to do this really fast. So my childhood favourite is Matilda by Roald Dahl. My classic is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. My book by recommendation is Michael Morpurgo's Private Peaceful. The book which I bought on a whim and I didn't know if I'd like it or not is Perfect Chemistry. My book with a cool cover is Invisible City by M.G. Harris. These things in all of the books in this series have these cool like slidey jacket things, and they actually have like things on the front which match up with the design on the cover, and I think that's just gorgeous, and these are glow in the dark, so if you want to be freaked out, pick up these, because they're awesome books and they have awesome covers. So I totally didn't just get this because of the cover, totally. My book to movie adaptation choice is The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will pick this, but other people might pick other things like Harry Potter, I don't know. My animal story, which predominantly features an animal, is Into the Wild by Erin Hunter, which is the first book in the first series of The Warriors. The book which I would highly recommend to others is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. My favourite book of all time needs no words. Skullduggery Pleasant by Derek Landy. My graphic novel or manga volume is going to be Otaman by Ayakano. My oldest book in terms of publication that I really enjoyed is Robert Louis Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. My book, which I think is really, really well written, is Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I absolutely adore this book, and for some reason, when I listen to Owl City, I always get reminded of this. No idea why. My book, which I don't think is very well known that I really, really enjoyed, is Blood Ties by Sophie Mackenzie. The book which I didn't think I'd particularly like when I picked it up and that I was surprised by is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I really love this book and I really didn't expect to. And finally, I guess everyone will pick this, and you've got an idea now that I said okay. If you know the secret word okay, you will understand which book I'm talking about. It is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. It is beautifully sad, but I'm okay with it. Damn it! Right, it is time to begin on the tower, and I am not going to do very well at this, so good luck to me, good luck to you if you do this challenge, and let's go. Man, that was hard. Well, I knocked it over with my shouting and my vibracious voice, but I hope you enjoyed that. And if you guys want to do it, I would highly encourage you to do it. And I am going to tag 3 people because I can only name 3 people right now. I'm going to tag Jack from Reading with Jack, my good friend Jack. I'm going to tag Jesse from Jesse the Reader. And I'm going to tag Andrew from Heavy Shells because I think that it's his sort of thing. It's quirky and different and I hope he would like to do it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I really wish I hadn't knocked that tower over because that's the best thing I've done. Bye, guys.